Hey, it's Patrick. We're going to do a simple morning yoga practice that you could do every single day. You can always build upon the levels that we kind of go through in the sequence. It'll be very light and fluid, so try and bring that into your mindset as you go through your own process. Find a seat. Take a moment. Allow yourself to just be here. Any seat is good. Close your eyes. Sync up with your breath. Take one inhale. And exhale. One more slightly longer inhale. And exhale. Then find your way onto hands and knees. When you get there, press the palms into the floor, have the index finger reaching forward a little bit, and then just do a few circles. So you're feeling this action of warming up the wrists a little bit. But as you begin to get more warming the wrists, so notice that you're also working some space and some movement into the shoulder. So maybe you roll the upper back around a few times. Don't be tied to any one direction of the circles or any one particular shape. You could create figure eights. You could draw little zigzags back and forth. You could really round the back or keep it flat. It does not matter. You're just kind of working some space, some movement into the body. Especially if you're alone, you can let it be a little bit awkward. It's perfectly okay. For me, I have to keep it a little bit more basic, obviously, because I'm on camera. But you, no pressure. Do what feels good to you. You're going to sway forwards and backwards a little bit more, so your hips are going towards your feet. Maybe the butt touches the heels if you have the flexibility. Eventually, you're just kind of working towards that point. Just warming up the body, letting these simple movements with very little pressure kind of helping you get acclimated. Good. Find your way into your traditional hands and knees. Lift the left leg up, reach it back as far as you can. Drop your gaze and look back at your left toes, just to take a peek at them. And then open the left hip and set the left foot down in line with the right knee. Inhale, reach the left hand up to the sky. Look up towards the left hand if you feel comfortable. Just a little modified side plank action. 3 points of contact with the earth. Beautiful. Left hand back down to floor. Lift the left leg up, pull the belly button in, and then bring the left knee down in line with the right. Reach the right leg back long, get length through the right leg on the top and on the bottom. Pull the belly button in as much as you can. Good. Keep both hands grounded as you spin the right hip up just a touch. Look back at the right toes for a moment, and we do that slightly before on the first time. We'll do it here, there, does not matter. And then slowly set the right foot in line with the left knee. When that lands, you're in your modified side plank, so just spin and reach your right hand up to the sky. Really anchor into the 3 points of contact with the ground, finding a little bit of effort in each place to help you stay steady in the posture. Right hand back to the floor. Lift the left hip, the right foot floats off the ground, everything squares back up. The right knee is down, right toes are down, and you'll sweep right back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Press into the inner hands, reaching through the thumbs. Lift the fronts and the backs of the legs. Inhale, ripple forward to plank pose. Keeping that swaying action. Exhale, ripple back to down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Sweep forward to plank pose. Sweep back to a three-legged dog. Right foot is down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Sweep forward to a plank pose. Sweep back to a three-legged dog, and the left foot is down. Bring the right knee directly to the right tricep. Set the right foot down behind the right wrist. Spin and reach the right hand up to the sky, lat twist. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Left knee drops. Rise up into a low lunge. The left knee is on the ground, the right foot is on the ground. Reach the hands up. Bring the hands to the top of the right leg. Press the right knee away from the right hip. Hollow out the belly. Get long through the back of the rib cage. Beautiful. Hands to the floor. Lift the left knee off the ground. Pull the right leg back straight, folding over the shin. Bend the right knee, moving right into your lunge. Grow into the position. And hands to the floor. Step right back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg just a touch so you can bring the left knee to the left tricep directly. The left foot behind the left hand, or as close to as possible. Spin and reach the left hand up to the sky, gentle twist. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Drop the right knee down, pull the belly button in. Reach your hands up to the sky, find length through the body. Feel a sense of lightness through the arms as they reach up. And then have the hands come down right on top of the left leg, pressing the left knee forward, pulling the left hip back, creating a little bit of space there. Exhale, release hands to the floor. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee to pull the left leg back straight, folding over the shin. Really feeling as much of a lift as you possibly can. The head rounding down towards the front of the foot as much as possible. Bend the left knee. Sweep right up into a full lunge, getting strong in the legs. So we warm up the space. Then we move into some strength. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step right back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep forward, the plank pose. Lower all the way to the floor. Roll the shoulders back, pull the belly button in. Float the hands off the ground. Again, don't need to have too much happen here, just feel the hands floating, feel the heart lifting and curving forward. Try and keep the back of the neck long. Exhale, release all the way down. Place the hands like you would for plank pose. Squeeze the arms towards the side, pull the belly button in. Rise right up to your plank. And right back to your down. Step the right foot forward in between the hands. Inhale, reach the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, right hand down to the floor. Left knee drops. Hands reach up, get long, pull the belly button in. Lengthen through the front of the left knee all the way through the left shoulder. Hands to the top of the right leg. Press the right leg forward as you pull the right hip back. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the hands back up to the sky. Hands come to the floor. The left knee lifts, the right leg pulls back so you can gently fold over the top. Bend the right knee, move right into the strength of the right leg. Good. Bring your hands to the floor. Step back to a plank pose. Press actively into the left hand, roll to the outer edge of the left foot, and reach the right hand up to the sky. On the exhale, the right hand is back to the floor. The knees, chest, chin, drop gently down. Feel the lift of the belly. Keep that lift of the belly as you inhale, sweep right up to an upward facing dog or a low quote. Be very gentle in your approach. And exhale right back to your downward facing dog. The left foot steps forward. The left hand sweeps up the twist. You gotta let it be gentle. You're just waking up your body. Exhale the left hand to the floor. The right knee drops down. The arms reach up. You feel the lift coming from the top of the right knee all the way through the right fingertips. That's how much space to the right side of your body that you're finding. Simple low lunge. The hands come to the top of the left leg. The fingers interlace. Press the left knee forward as you pull the left hip back. Feel as much length as you possibly can. Exhale, hands to the floor. Lift the right knee up. Pull the left leg back straight, folding over the shin. And allow this simple activity to take place to create a bit of space in your body. And the left knee. Lift the belly. Rise right up to your lunge. Feel the power. Feel the legs waking up. Part of your system, part of your strength. Not really pushing yourself in any one direction or another. Just letting all the movements be connected. Hands to the floor. Step back to your plank pose. Press into the right hand. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot. If you need to drop the right knee, feel free. Reach the left hand up to the sky. Side plank. Maybe look up to the left hand. Feel the wobble. Feel the balance. And then left hand right back to the floor. You're in your plank pose. Knees, chest, chin. Drop down. Feel the ski slope-like effect through your back. Inhale to upward facing dog or low cobra. Find the space. Exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. Really nice. Inhale the right foot forward in between the hands. The left leg stays long. The right arm reaches up to the sky. The right hand is down. The left knee drops. The arms reach up. Find length and space. The fingers interlace. Pressing the right knee forward. Pulling the right hip back. Uprighting the pelvis as much as possible. You'll likely feel it here. Feels really good. Hands to the floor. Lift the left knee up. Pull the right leg back straight. Bend the right knee. Move into the fire, the strength of the lunge. Keep the ribs pulled in. Feel the length through the back body. Take an inhale. Visualize the movement right to the Vashisthasana, the side plank on this side. So the left hand will come down to the floor. The right hand can stay lifted. The feet can stack. Really work on strengthening the shoulder here. Option to look up at the right thumb. Right hand down to the floor. Knees, chest, chin drop down to the floor. Inhale to upward facing dog or low cobra. And exhale all the way back to your downward facing dog. The left foot steps up behind the left hand. The left hand reaches up towards the sky as the left foot lands. When the left hand comes down, the right knee drops. The belly button really pulls towards the spine as you reach the hands up to the sky. As long as you possibly can, press the hips forward as you keep pulling the belly button and feel that length in space. Good. Interlace the fingers. Press the left knee forward as you pull the left hip back. Stay simple and connected to where you are in space at this time. Good. Release the hands, reach them back up. Bring the hands to the floor. Lift the right knee. Pull the left leg back straight, folding over the shin. Bend the left knee, moving to the power of the lunge. Hollow out the belly. Reach the hands up to the sky, get long. Find length. Beautiful. Visualize the right hand coming to the floor for the Vashisthasana. So try and not let the left hand touch the floor. Especially if you've done this a few times. Feel the right hand grounding. Rolling right to the outer edge of the right foot. Picking the left foot up. Finding the length. Maybe you keep the left foot floating. Or maybe you stack those feet. Of course, if you need to modify, that is there for you too. Left hand to the floor. Knees, chest, chin, drop right down. Inhale to upward facing dog or low cobra. And exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. Press into the palm. Look long, lift heels, bend knees. Walk or float or fly to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold as the feet lift. Space the feet out to hips width distance apart. Bend the knees a good bit. Slide the hands underneath the feet to press the toes into those wrist creases. Really feel a nice connection there. Lifting through the backs of the legs, as much of a hamstring stretch or as little of a hamstring stretch as you need. Exhale to release. Wiggle the big toes slightly closer together. Opposite hand grabs opposite elbow but behind the knees. So not in front, behind. And you can press the legs into the arms. Let the head hang heavy. You really get into the hamstrings just a bit more. With a bit more of a place of power. Strengthening the hamstrings, not just stretching them. Exhale, release. Step the feet just a little bit wider, toes pointing forward. Sit the hips low into a slightly wider chair pose. Reach the hands up to the sky, get some length. And then just see if you can sit all the way to the backs of the Achilles tendon. It's really working some space here. You could hold this pose stagnant, or you could bounce the hips just a little bit. Kind of waking up the hips, waking up the legs. Straighten the legs and fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, grow tall. Reach the arms up to the sky, get long. Hands to heart center. Perfect. Take a moment in this upright position, just feel the effects of the practice on your body so far. And then fold over the legs. Step the left foot back a little bit longer, bend the right knee, reach the chest out. And see how far you can walk the hands forwards. If you would like to drop the forearms to the floor, feel free. Wherever you get to where you're going, sway some space into the front hip. Really work on creating some fluid movement through that area of the body. Circles are great, forward and back is great. Try and keep the collarbones and the heart as forward as you can. Try and ground the right heel as much as you can. Done kind of a lot of work creating some space in the hips and low back today, a lot of subtle work. So feel that here. Slowly walk the hands a little bit closer. Check and make sure the right ankle is below the right knee. Drop the left heel down. Try and look and make sure your right heel and left heel are in line or as close as you can possibly figure out in your mind and your body at this time. And then grow right into your warrior one. Move into the length of lifting up. Interlace the hands behind the back. Right thumb over left. Press the palms together. Lift the heart, pull the belly button in. And then fold the chest down to the inside of the right leg. Getting a good shoulder stretch here. Exhale, release the hands. Roll back onto the left toes. Drop the left knee down. And see if you can drop the forearms to the floor. So we've created some additional space. See if you can take advantage of it. If not, don't worry about it. Have those forearms lifted. Just work on curving the chest out. Slowly walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Press into the right foot, press into the hands. Lean forward, lift the left leg up, and step the left foot down behind the left hand. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Hands reach up, fingers touch, getting as long as you can. Exhale, folding down to the floor. Hands find the ground. Step the right foot back quite long. Reach the chest out again. Walk the hands out. Create some space. And even if you have the ability to drop to the forearm, stay on the hands because it gives you more opportunity to move. We're looking to create space here right now. So circles, forward and back movements, sway side to side. Really creating and breathing into that extended space. Allowing yourself the opportunity to just feel this. To kind of embrace it, whether it's really easy for you or very challenging. Taking the time, allowing yourself to create and build this space in your body. It's kind of like you're doing some digging or some gardening. You're digging drains, you're digging holes, you're truly trying to open up some new lanes, some new avenues for the hips to move in. Very often our hips get locked in one or two movement patterns or directions. Slowly walk the hands back towards the shoulders. Have the left knee over the left ankle to properly set up that Virabhadrasana one. Drop the right heel down to the floor. Take a look at those heels before you rise all the way up to Warrior One. Reach the fingers up to the sky. Get as long as you possibly can. Perfect. Taking an inhale there. Finding the length. Find the hands behind the back. Left thumb on top of right. Feel the stretch of the shoulders. And then drop the left shoulder to the inside of the left foot. Reaching hard out. Grounding to the outer edge of the right foot. Finding the space. Try and really hold here, stay strong in the legs, keep working the stretch of the shoulders. And exhale, release those hands, roll onto the right toes. Drop the right knee down. Again, if you can, drop the forearms to the floor. If you can't drop the forearms to the floor yet, don't worry about it. Walk those hands out, reach the chest out, pull the belly button in. Very good either way. It's taking the time to really feel this space. To create body awareness. Where you're moving, where you're not moving, why you have trouble moving in those directions or in those lines. Slowly begin to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders slightly. Press into those palms, press into the left foot. Ground into both and drag the right foot up to the sky. And step the right foot down behind the right hand. Wiggle the feet slightly wider, point the toes slightly out. Sit right into a low squat. When you get there, nuzzle the arms to the insides of the knees. So you really feel the arms, or the legs, squeezing onto the arms. Feeling that action. And just work this a little bit. Again, we've really been working a good bit of hip mobility in a few different areas, say mainly forwards and backwards. So it's nice to really find a little bit of movement in other directions, which is what we're finding right now. Stay as you are here. If you fancy Bakasana crow pose, lean and place your hands on the ground. And take it, squeeze the sides of the arms with the knees instead of landing the knees on the arms. We'll meet back in squat in just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're right in squat. Roll your weight onto your butt. Extend your legs out for just a moment, finding some variation of boat pose. Before you bring the heels in close to the butt, rolling right onto your back. Moving into a bridge pose. For a bridge, really ground your heels into the floor. Pull the shins back underneath you to lift the hips up. The shoulders and the head stay on the ground, they stay neutral. So take the time to prepare the posture. Tips of the fingertips can touch the backs of the Achilles tendons. And then press the heels down, but once you get that little lift of the butt, pull the shins back so the hips not only lift up towards the sky, they also move slightly more towards your face. We'll just hold here for a casual 5 breaths. Feel the internal rotation of the legs. Feel all that space in the hips. And slowly release down to the floor. Let the knees splay wide. Press the feet together. Feel the heart opening to the sky. As you lay in this calm place, feeling all of the efforts of your body. Stay for as long as you'd like. If you are interested in continuing your yoga practice, feel free to go off on your journey now. If you got to start your day up right now, feel free to get into that, but keep thinking about all the new space you create and how your body kind of feels a bit more warm, a bit more acclimated to the day. You're ready to go out and walk your path. Enjoy and share peace with the people in your life.